How's it going? How's it going, everyone? Sorry, we are about 45 minutes late. Uh, thanks, Tater. Had some stuff come up, but thankfully was able to deal with it early and had to take care of Tater for bedtime. So here we are. Here we are. We are live. Hopefully, y'all are ready. This is going to be kind of more of an update, kind of a preview um, live stream more than a uh, kind of talking about like specific things. Obviously, we're going to be talking about the Halloween schedule. We always do something special during Halloween, of course. Normally it is Shintober. This year we actually won't be. It is so there's a lot of Shin stuff out there, a lot of Shin Godzilla stuff. But good buddy. Damn dog, he's so silly. But we are Monster X Nerd. Hey, how's it going? How's it going? But tonight, we'll just be doing more of a stripped back, typical Halloween schedule. I have got my notes here that I wrote for the month. This is all to be determined still, some of it, especially the last week of Halloween. It's going to be a little bit to be determined. I'm not going to have the face cam on tonight. We're not going to be going super long. I'm thinking about 30, 40 minutes maybe. But we have plenty, and I mean plenty of content coming out this month. I am making up the last 2.5 months to y'all. Hopefully, here with this month is going to be wild. So hopefully, y'all are pumped. We'll get into that in just a little bit here. I did want to say I hope y'all are doing good. Hopefully, y'all are ready for the Halloween celebration if you celebrate, which I think most people typically do. Otherwise, they're kind of like me where you celebrate all year round. You just get a little extra excuse to go a little extra wah wah this year. Oh, look at that. Look at who's joined us. Hello, Missy. How you doing? How you doing, sweetums? How you doing? So we've got a pretty packed schedule. Gonna get back into live streaming twice a week, hopefully. Next week is gonna be a little rough with work. We've got some extra days, mandatory extra days, but it should be able to balance it mostly well, because it's scheduled. It's not just kind of like I'm waiting for a I'm not waiting for shifts to open up and it's kind of like, oh, the day of, it's like, oh, now I've got overtime. This is the day it's happening, guaranteed, no changes. So I'm pretty damn pumped. So yeah, we'll just get into it. So this week, technically, it's not a full week, and technically the last week isn't a full week either, but it's there. So it's broken into 5 weeks. That's right, 5 weeks. This week, the first thing starting off on the celebration will be the Ava Unit 1 Burning G Awakening review. That will be first. Definitely excited to get this figure onto the table. It has been sitting, whoops, sitting on the shelf. I've been staring at it. It's beautiful. So I can't wait to work on that review tonight. Once again, I kind of said it the other day, aiming for Thursday or Friday release date. I think I can get it out Thursday at the earliest. Might wait till Friday, just space out the reviews. There's going to be a short, hopefully sometime this week. The shorts are kind of like on the not as priority, but basically I want to do one review, some sort of short every week. Not necessarily going to pertain to the reviews, although I can kind of say probably this week the short will probably deal with Ava Unit 1 Burning or G Burning Awakening probably. But then the other weeks it's not necessarily going to go with the review. So the short itself is going to be unique content. And then we've got 2 streams a week. Mainly what it's going to be, one stream a week is going to be the Godzilla movie marathon. We're going to be picking that back up, obviously. We're very behind. So Tokyo SOS tonight, not tonight, tomorrow night, for Wednesday. And then the end of the week, the Sunday stream, or beginning of the week, depending on, however you do it. Give us all the content. Thank you, honey. Yes, I'm trying. I'm gonna try to. At the end of the week, every week, there's going to be a Halloween themed live stream, or at least not typical. So this weekend, aiming for a Shintober stream, because although the whole month isn't going to be a Shintober celebration like it has the last few weeks, or the last few years, I still want to throw some Shin stuff into it. So there's going to be something dealing with Shintober. I got to plan it out. I've got some ideas. Gonna try to spitball, especially while I'm at work. So kind of brainstorm while I'm at work, see what I can do, see if I can't pop it, a little bit, add some fun stuff to the stream. Really get my use out of StreamYard here for the next few weeks before I have to. Well, this week basically is my last week of StreamYard. I think I have to get it canceled by the 10th, I believe. Just because of that price increase, I'm not going to spend $50 a month on this. It's just way too much. So we'll be moving to YouTube live streaming after this week. Remember that. So the streams might get a little different, but pretty excited. Then moving into next week, after the Shintober stream, funny enough, wink wink, it's almost like it was planned, we'll be doing the SH Monster Arts Frozen Shin Godzilla review next week. That'll be the headlining review. Once again, some sort of short, probably not pertaining to Frozen Shin. Maybe Shin might be involved. Don't know. I'm not going to plan the shorts. The shorts are kind of be more on the fly type of thing. Then whatever the next movie I draw tomorrow night at the end of the Tokyo SOS stream, that'll be the next movie for the Godzilla movie review. And then for the horror themed stream, this one's kind of more, I don't know if it's going to be this. I kind of with the Ava Unit one, I thought it would work doing an Evangelion-esque stream. It's not a horror anime by anything, and maybe that's what I could change it to, is rather than an Evangelion stream, it could be a horror anime stream, which I really haven't watched too many. Uzumaki is probably the most modern horror anime that has just dropped on Max, and I'm definitely going to be checking that out. I've heard it's crazy, so we're probably going to be using that as a basis, amongst others. I have watched some of the others, and there's some older ones, vintage ones, that I want to probably catch up on the next few days, next few weeks, see if I can't catch up for that stream. So we'll see. It might be Evangelion, it might be horror anime, we'll see. Still kind of to be announced, on that one. So the second week, that one's a little up in the air for now. The third week, we're going to be doing the Marusan 450 Biollante review. Yes, she is finally getting the respect she deserves. Sorry, my dog just passed out right next to me. He's snoring. Oh, that's so cute. Oh my goodness, I'm surprised he's able to do that. I'm talking so loud right now. But it'll be the 450 Biollante, because, Biollante movie isn't necessarily horror, but her herself is kind of a horror. One of the more scary-esque kaiju. So I feel like having her review this month fits the theme. Once again, there'll be another short, whatever movie I draw the week after for the Godzilla stream. And then we have a 2-part live stream. This, spoiler alert, will be the third and fourth week's live streams. So on the third week, we're going to have a horror movie themed live stream, which will be more modern horror movies or franchises, really. That will be dealing with stuff that's come out semi-recently, mainly like mid-2000s is kind of where I'll cut it off. So as an example, the new trilogy of Halloween probably will be mentioned. Malignant and Get Out, movies like that, Nope, and the list goes on and on. We've got some new stuff. Terrifier will 100% be talked about during that week. Especially with Terrifier 3 dropping next week. Very, very excited. Some things might not be talked about. Like, I'm still kind of deciding, for part 2, which is the classic horror movies, which will be the fourth week. I haven't decided if so, like Scream, the franchise Screams spoiler alert, my favorite horror movie, the first Scream movie. I haven't quite decided if I want to latch 5 and 6 on to the classic Scream and talk about Scream as a franchise, or if I want to split them up as the first kind of 2, 3 mainly, and then 4, 5, and 6 would be in the modern. So there's little choices like that that I still have to make. And same thing technically with the Halloween, with these requels, the sequel requels or sequel remakes, especially on the heels of Scream 7 being announced for 2026. Pretty big deal. Pretty big deal. So, week 3 will be modern horror movies. We'll be talking everything modern horror. Week 4 will be classics. So that's anything before 2000, really. So, of course, Scream, you know, Nightmare on Elm Street, the original Halloween, blocks, Friday the 13th, movies like that will be brought there. And I've got a lot of catching up. We've got our horror movie marathon that we've got to start tonight. Got a ton of horror movies that I want to watch, so I'm pretty excited about that. Moving on to the 4th week, the review here is kind of up in the air. I'll admit, I don't really know what kind of fits right now. It's kind of pending on a CCP middle size review. I have a few of them where the colorways are kind of horror themed, so I might do like 1 or 2 since those are kind of more laid back reviews. So that one's more kind of like an announcement. Once again, a short, and then a Godzilla movie stream. Pretty exciting stuff here, I think. But we'll see. Maybe that review will change if something comes out before then. Um, I guess I do want to say we are, when it comes to new releases, there's still some stuff that got delayed. So like we were supposed to get the Mondo Cherry Blossom set, didn't even get an email saying if those were delayed or not. And those are supposed to be delivered last month, and well, here we are with no updates from Mondo. So let's just say that comes in on the 4th week, then that will take up the review slot, or it might share a review slot, just depending on. Same thing with Gigantic Shin, which once again I've kind of given up hope on, but there's a chance that that could also come in. Moving on to the 5th and final week. This week is kind of bouncy because it really depends on shipping. So as you guys might know, things are kind of bumpy this month when it comes to releases. We're supposed to be getting 3 Shin Godzillas by the end of the month. I just don't fully know when they'll be delivered. We have the SH Monster Arts Ortho Shin, which out of the 3 Shins that will be delivered at the end of the month, I feel like Ortho Shin is the one I might get before Halloween. The most likely one to be delivered before then. So, I would pen that SH Monster Arts Ortho Shin probably is likely to be the final review for the month, which still kind of brings it back to Shintober a little bit, bringing Shin Godzilla in. If it's not here, there's still a very good chance that we could get the X Plus 30 centimeter Yuji Sakai Shin Godzilla. This would be the red light up version. That one will also maybe likely be in. Ava Unit 1 did get here before the end of the month. So there's a chance that the Shin Godzilla might follow the same. I don't expect Ortho Shin to arrive before the end of the month. So that's kind of why I'm not bringing up the X Plus Ortho Shin, just because I'm not expecting that one to come in, and that one is from the G Store, so it goes to Bai, and then Bai has to ship it out, and things are going to start taking a little bit longer from Bai to get here. I guess I should also mention, I'm going to check here. I do have a note, and I forgot to check. I got to remind myself of the release date. On the SH Monster Arts Evolved Godzilla. That's also supposed to drop in October. Okay. Interesting. So we might have 2 SH Monster Arts reviews pretty quick after the other. Maybe. I'm gonna put a nail in that and say maybe, but it looks like Orthoshin and Evolved are supposed to come out at the same time. Oh, Orthoshin. Orthoshin actually got pushed back. It looks like. Maybe. I thought Orthoshin was supposed to be out at the end of October as well, but it looks like it might be November. So maybe instead of it being SH Monster Arts Orthoshin, it might be SH Monster Arts Evolved Godzilla. We'll see. But like I said, I would expect more. I would expect the X Plus Shin to be there. Oh yeah, the English release of Evolved doesn't come out till. Wait, is it really that far? Is that actually that far back? Interesting. December? That's not actually, let me reword that. That's actually not that far back. That's not bad. It still sucks that it's a little bit far out, but all things considered, I don't think that's too terrible. So that's cool. It'll get here before you know it. It always does. So, but yeah. So maybe I might change that to Evolved Godzilla instead, just to look. The other thing, well, and that's for November, so never mind. We'll hold that back. That's Monster Arts news for November. We can do that after we go through this. I guess I should have put in the title. It's not only just the October stuff. We're gonna go over some of the news as well to pad out the review. Hello, Sharktopus. How's it going? Because there's a lot of news. We had a ton of Godzilla store stuff this past weekend that I haven't brought up on stream that we need to talk about. A lot of things, and some expectations for the end of the month. So, but let's continue on the 5th and the week of Halloween, the final week of October. So it's Godzilla Evolved, maybe, but more than likely the X Plus Yuji Sakai Red Shin Godzilla, a short, and then whatever the movie stream is, and then the final live stream, the final Halloween live stream of the month. We're finally, and I mean this finally, because one, I'm going to dress up for it as well. It'll be a dress up stream. We're going to be talking about Slipknot. We're going to be just a Slipknot stream, so not just Knot Fest, which, I wanted to do a dedicated stream, just talk about it, but I think it's probably better just to lump it in there with Slipknot in general. We're going to have a complete Slipknot themed live stream. I will be in my mask and jumpsuit through the entirety of it. Trick or treats. There might be some tricks. There might be some treats. It's going to be all entertainment for you guys. That is the live stream I want to go all in on, which is why it's the last one I did. I thought it would maybe be better to do the Shintober live stream last, just to kind of hold out tradition, and then do the Slipknot one sooner. But I think it might be a little bit more interesting to do the Slipknot one last, even though they're not a Halloween band. I have an excuse to dress up, and I've got plenty to talk about Slipknot. I can talk about Slipknot just about as long as I can talk about Godzilla. That's a lot. That is a lot, is what I'm going to say. So I'm very excited. I hope you guys are excited for that. Hopefully these things are pretty exciting. I want to find a way to be able to post this. I want to be careful with some things. Obviously, like I said, some of the reviews are temporary. They might get changed depending on releases. Like I said, there's plenty of things that have been delayed that we could get in between now and then that would take a slot. Any new Shin Godzilla will technically take a spot here, for some of the more minor weeks. So is kind of what I'm thinking. Especially if that gigantic Shin comes in, that would be a perfect review for this month. But I've just kind of almost given up hope on that arriving. So that's kind of what I'm looking at for this month, though. I'm very, very excited to kick this off with y'all and celebrate the Halloweens. I love Halloween. This is my time. This is my girlfriend's time as well. This is where we are in our prime. I am pumped, ready to go. Hopefully y'all are as well. Hopefully. But as I said, we're going to talk about some other things, some kind of expectancies for what's about to happen. Because right after Halloween, what happens? Godzilla Day, November 3rd. This month, I'm telling y'all, is going to be busy. If you guys have felt like there's been too much Godzilla products coming out, I think we have just hit the tip of the iceberg. I think between this month and the beginning of next month, things are going to hit the fan. So let's talk about the G Store stream reveals really quick. I don't have photos of on the iPad. I'm just going to kind of go off from what is on my phone from my screenshots. The very first Bandai they announced was the Cybot Godzilla. Completely left outer field. Did not expect the Cybot. It looks pretty good. It is hideous. It is ugly in the perfect way. I don't think it's fully accurate to the Cybot. There's definitely portions of it that are, but there's other things that I don't think it is. But I think it is ugly in the most perfect way for what it is. We also have the video game color version of Bagon. I think if there's a version of this figure I'm going to get, I think it might be this red one. I think it looks very nice. It's very edgy. Red and pink are my favorite colors. So, and so it's more than likely if there's one to get, it's probably going to be that. They also finally revealed a side-by-side comparison of Bagon and the not Super Godzilla. It still looks bad. Looks horrible. I really wish of a certain company that will remain unknown everything Q4. Yeah. Yeah, that's Haya. We can mention Haya. There's no problems. I have to admit, some of their reveals have been pretty good. They also were just at a convention and they revealed they showed more another prototype of their 2024 Kong, and I think their 2024 Kong is the best looking Kong for an articulated Kong on the market. I admittingly was very, very impressed. I love the pose it was in. It shows how much articulation and range it has. It's definitely the best articulated Kong on the market, period. And it is far and away the best legendary Kong. The Monster Arts Kongs have nothing on it. So that's what I'll say. That's what I'll say about that. The other surprise from the G Store stream, one of the surprises, we got a flying Mechagodzilla 74 confirmed. Very pumped for this. I will actually probably be buying it, as 74 is one of my favorite films. Their Toho stuff is looking good. I'm scared for my wallet. Yeah, I'll admit it. It's looking good. All their stuff is looking good. It almost looks like they upscaled Shimo a little bit as well. I still think she's too short, but I think they upped her a little bit. Gave her a little bit of a size increase. So I'm pumped for that. So I'm excited for Haya collectors. I'll admit it. I'm excited for y'all. But we got Flying Mechagodzilla announced as a surprise. I definitely would like it. And with that, we also got 74 Godzilla is finally getting a reissue. So anyone who's been waiting, patiently waiting for a 74 Godzilla, it is here. And I think the paint job is even better than the original. So if y'all waited, didn't spend a lot of money on it on the aftermarket, you guys are the winners. Like I said, I myself might be buying it as well. I might be buying all the 74 stuff. Speaking of 74, we got the 5 winners for the Bandai poll this year that are being made, and 74 Mechagodzilla is on it. It is getting a completely brand new mold. That is the super baller thing about these 5 figures. They're getting brand new molds. The other figure that is on the list that is getting a brand new mold that really needed it is Anguirus. It's specifically 72 Anguirus as well. So I'm very excited to see how they change up Anguirus and Mechagodzilla. On top of that, we have 64 Ghidorah. I am admittingly a little worried because in the 6-inch line, the Ghidorahs have been kind of not the best. I'm hoping this Ghidorah will be a knockout of the park for Bandai collectors. I don't have interest in it, and I probably won't be buying it. Kamacuras 1. The inner old Bandai collector in me is crying right now because they're finally hitting some of these uncommon Showa kaiju. And let's talk about the big winner. My number one want from this list. Gabara is finally fucking joining the Movie Monster Series line, and you can bet your bottom dollar I'm buying Gabara. I need Gabara. I need it. I'm pumped. So excited. This has weirdly been the year of Gabara. Plenty of Gabaras this year released. Whether it's Fubi with Mondo and M1 did a new colorway, Bandai is doing Gabara. We have just Gabara everywhere. Keep it up. Keep it up. I want more. I want more Gabara. I want more Gabara in my life. Okay? Okay. We're pumped. All right. I did my one F-bomb for the stream, so sorry. I probably should have put a little warning in there for that one. I forgot to add my banner. Show is finally getting the representation. Yes, and anyone who's a Bandai collector that was like me, and there's a lot of Bandai collectors that were like me, what I was doing when I was collecting Bandai, and that was hoping for a representation of every single character. Y'all are getting it. I'm so pumped for y'all. How dare I? I know. Well, we've got some younger viewers, I normally tend to just be careful, even though I am a potty mouth. I like to be careful. I don't want to make any parents mad, but also at the same time, it's not like I'm saying any words that most people haven't heard before either. Especially, I throw in crotch jokes and feet and jokes and stuff like that. And then the anime unboxing today, some of it was a little, not spicy, but also not spicy stuff. So, we're kind of getting a little close there anyways. So we also got the 10, the next Bandai vote list. I believe it's going to be another 5 again for next year. So the 5 that we can vote for next year, and this is exciting. We have Rodan. This specifically is 56 Rodan, just going off of the photo. But it might just be a general Showa Rodan. We have Mogera from 57, very nice. I'm going to skip over one of them. We have King Caesar. We have Mechagodzilla 2 with the exposed brain head, very nice. Dorat, Flying Space Godzilla, Death Ghidorah again, Eternal Mothra, Orga, and obviously the number one choice. I'm with it. If you guys are in the Collect All Monster groups, Nick Sides is pushing for it. We don't want to bring politics into this too much, even though Godzilla is pretty political in and of itself. But we don't want to bring it too much in here. But obviously, everyone should be voting for Giant Condor to be made into a Bandai Movie Monster Series figure. That Eternal Mothra, yep, from the Mothra 3. The Mothra that ends up killing Grand Ghidorah is on here. But we finally have Giant Condor on the list. I think we all know who we're voting for, and that's Giant Condor. Obviously, we have to make it happen. It's kind of like when Sir Melee of the Godzilla Battle Line community pushed the whole community to vote for the octopus from Godzilla 62 to be put into the game, and then we all voted it in. An anniversary vote pick, and we got it in, Crazy stuff. There was also some other stuff that was shown off that's pretty cool, -1 related. There's a -1 clock and a dog tag that I'm very, very interested in. Don't know if I'll get them. I don't think they ended up on the US store, so that's something that if they're available in Japan in February, I might pick them up. The prices aren't too bad. Definitely more than likely getting the dog tags. The clock is a little scary. The Eternal Mothra is great. Don't get me wrong, that would be a great choice, especially if they take this in the more exclusive route and they really push the sculpts. I think Eternal Mothra would be a great pick. It's just Giant Condor has to be in there. I'm sorry. It has to be. It has to be. Because we're not getting Giant Condor normally. Like, this is it. This is our one and done for Giant Condor. If Giant Condor is not in the top 5 or isn't number 1, it probably will never be made, and that would make me depressed. Because if it gets voted and if it is decided next year that it's being made, I will buy the Giant Condor. I will. I will. Not even joking. I will buy the Giant Condor. We also got some pen holders that are really cool. We have a -1, a Shin Godzilla, a Burning Godzilla, and a Godzilla 54 that are also very nice. We had these new model kits. The Toho Monster Kit line is what they're called. They're starting off with 93 Mechagodzilla, not Super Mechagodzilla, just Mechagodzilla. You have to stand Mothra at all costs. I respect that, Sharktopus. I definitely, if there's another choice, Eternal Mothra is a great choice. I'm for, if it is a 5 vote, I hope it's all 5 show up, but honestly, Eternal Mothra would be like a close 6. Honestly. We have 93 Godzilla and Mechagodzilla for the model kits. They look okay. You know, they're budget model kits. You have to paint them yourselves. They look pretty good. I think the Mechagodzilla looks stunning. The Godzilla is the one that's concerning because it doesn't articulate at all. The Mechagodzilla does, but the Godzilla doesn't look like it does, and I just think that's very weird. At least the arms, you know, maybe even the head, but that's just personally to me. I don't know what the Toho Action Line, I think it's called, the like the $20, $30 articulated Godzilla figures that have been coming out this year, like the 04, the Kiryu, the -1. We got a confirmation that the gold -1 is coming out, pushing the idea that SH Monster Arts is the next one to announce a gold -1. How it hasn't happened yet, I don't really know, but I think it's coming out soon. Now, something that I haven't been able to pre-order yet, and I will be pre-ordering, don't worry guys, the X Plus 30 centimeter Bagon finally has gone up for pre-order. We finally got to see it in full painted beauty. And man, oh man, this thing is gorgeous. It comes out at the end of next February. You bet your ass, as soon as I can, I'll be pre-ordering this. I think this looks like figure of the year next year. It has a light up horn. The gold pearls in the shoulder wings are translucent, and the eyes are also that way. Very, very impressed. It looks massive too. I think that's the thing as well. It's not only is the 30 centimeter, but it looks massive. Any of the figure arts rising figures. So I did get Mecha Gigatron, I believe. Yeah, I got Mecha Gigatron on pre-order. I will be getting Rising, and I will be getting Ultra Dad. I'll be getting all the Rising figure arts, Ultraman. I will. I think they all look amazing, and they're definitely figures I want to add into my collection. I don't expect them to be getting Shinkoho Seiho versions, so I'll be getting them. Kind of like the Blizzard stuff. I still have to get Blizzard myself. They also went over Battle Line. They showed off the season that's already started, so it's not too much of a surprise, but the Godzilla 04 alternate, Hedorah and Gotengo. They showed off some CCPs. We did have a new CCP colorway, a purple translucent or like a blue. Looks very nice. Definitely going to be pre-ordering it. It looks very, very cool. Maru-san has 3 50th anniversary Mechagodzillas coming out. We have like a silver and black wash version with gold eyes. Very nice. We have a gold Mechagodzilla. That definitely is cool. And the one that I will be getting, the red, orangey colorway with kind of like brown highlights. I will be getting that one. That is like a Halloween colorway almost, even though it doesn't come out till next year. I believe that also comes out at the end of February. But I will be pre-ordering that. I love that colorway. I believe it's translucent as well, so it just kind of, it fits everything for me. We did get a closer look at the Chogokin, Soul of Chogokin 50th anniversary Mechagodzilla 74 that drops in December. It looks huge, and I'm very, very excited for it. Very, very pumped that I have it for pre-order. Definitely not regretting that choice at all. So pumped for that. the final thing, this I would say one of the other surprise things as well. They announced a limited pre-order run for the X Plus Favorite Sculptors line, Rick exclusive Godzilla 1974. If you guys are X Plus collectors or big 74 Godzilla fans and you missed out on the 30 centimeter Favorite Sculptors line Godzilla, I have a review of it if you need any more convincing. I would say now is the time. Pre-order it, because if you don't, you're going to regret it. I'm telling y'all, you will regret it if you don't pre-order it. If it's still up, I believe it's up for the month, and only for the month. I don't think they've ever done something like this before, so it's kind of a special thing like this, and I recommend y'all getting it. So pre-order it if you want it. Don't be like me and then end up regretting it and then having to spend an aftermarket price on it. I didn't pay too exuberantly extra on it, but I did have to spend almost double on retail, almost double after shipping. So just take that as my recommendation. And that was it for the G Store stream. We haven't gotten too much, like Goji Slayer here mentioned. We did get the SH Figuarts Mecha Gigatron. I haven't got any X Plus yet, but Mirai Goji is soulmate. Oh yeah, I get that. We did get that, and I do have that on pre-order. Nin Games came in absolutely clutch. I gotta shout them out. And that's about it. I think. And that's about it. Pre-orders coming out at some point. Like I said, I'm supposed to be getting Gigantic Easy Hobby / X Plus Shin. Mondo All Monsters Attack Gabbro set is just up in the air. Let me check my emails again. Maybe it went into my spam. I don't think it did. Didn't get any updates on that. Yeah, nothing from Mondo. So they just kind of went nowhere, regrettably. So hopefully that comes out this month. That will be a review, a premium on time review. And yeah, that's about it. Otherwise, the Gamera CCP middle sizes come out at the end of the month. And what else comes out at the end of this month? Monster Arts Evolved Godzilla, and maybe Ortho Shin as well. We'll see on that. Now, I'm not completely sure because each site has different dates. Ami and Hobby Link Japan have different dates, but the 70th anniversary Godzilla 54 Monster Arts comes out either at the beginning of November or at the end of November, or certain places are getting it on anniversary day, and some places are getting it at the end of the month. I can't fully tell for JP at least, but those will be coming out. I do have one on pre-order, obviously. I think the set looks awesome. I'm still hunting down a classic colored one as well. One of the best figures in the Monster Arts line. Easy, hands down. Oh my goodness. But yeah, and that's kind of it. So, we've got this pretty compact, definitely content heavy month for Halloween extravaganza, as I called it in my notes. Celebration, not necessarily Shintober, but there you can bet Shin Godzilla is in this month. And if the hat decides that this month is the month that we do the Shin Godzilla stream for the movie marathon, then let it be. So that's about it from me, guys. I'm going to kind of keep it here about 45 minutes. We're going to keep it light today. I don't really have a lot more to talk about unless I just don't have too much. I've just been busy with, YouTube things, mainly with work. But I'm very, very excited to get back in the swing of things. I want to use this month to get me back into things. Especially November and December, gonna probably be kind of going back into the light because I not fully for sure. Can you imagine a month without Shin? That would be the worst ever. And Shin is everywhere, especially in this house. Between the dog, uh, my missus, and myself, just Shin is everywhere. There's always a Shin. Oh, we have the Funko Pop Shin coming in. Um, I think it's tomorrow. Maybe I should actually check the tracking on it. It may have been delivered today. It might be sitting out in my mailbox, if I'm being honest. Let me look at that quick, actually, guys. Um, it shipped just the other day, so but I normally don't check my shipping from Big Bad Toy Store because they're normally within a day or two after I get that shipping notice. We are Shin Godzilla. Yeah, we are. I definitely am. Um, I love Shin. So, if this Shin comes in, let's see here. Oh man, my pre-orders from Big Bad Toy Store are light. Light, light, light. Makes me happy. I'm going to be honest, makes me happy. Let's see here. There it is. It says shipped, so it must not be here yet. Oh, funny enough, it will be here tomorrow. Funko Pop Shin will be here tomorrow. So we'll do a small uh we'll do a small additional live stream tomorrow unboxing of Shin. A Shin Godzilla. So yeah. We've got Shin Godzilla tomorrow. A little Funko Pop, nothing special. I said the shorts aren't going to be guaranteed. I don't know fully what they're going to be. Maybe the short this week is going to be the Funko Pop Shin Godzilla because I'm definitely not going to make a full video on a fucking Funko Pop like some reviewers do. Not judging, but but I get it. I thought about getting all of them, but I don't know. I guaranteed myself the Shin because obviously I had to get the Shin. Yeah, there. I guess for me, not that I'm not judging anyone. Whoever wants to make their content on what they want and how long they want to is their persuasion. But I do sometimes question when I see a single Funko Pop video be over 10 minutes. I kind of question just a singular one. I I have trouble talking about my any of my figures sometimes at all, even when I really love them. Sometimes I try to make the camera do the talking, especially with like the X Plus stuff. And I even struggle to like fill a 4-minute video with conversation about it. And then I see people once again, this isn't a trash, and there's definitely, I can't say either because I enjoy these reviews as well. Talk about 12, 13, 14, 15 minutes on a figure. I've kind of lost that myself. So sometimes as a content creator, that side of my brain, it finds it hard to do that. But, more power to you if you can talk about it that long, especially interesting because a lot of those videos that are like that do have high watch rates, so, never a trash, just I can't see myself even doing a 3-minute video on it. She's Mr. YouTube. You gotta have your stuff making 18. I know. Well, and the 8-minute mark is what any YouTube professional will recommend just for retention, analytics, and the business side of YouTube. 8 minutes is normally like the bare minimum. It seems to almost be getting moved up to 15 minutes, but even the Monster Arts reviews, you guys see it, like I made my Mogera review. It wasn't even 10 minutes. -1 was 5 minutes. And that was with me kind of like loading up the end just for photos, it's just not something I can do as much anymore,
What you doing? What you doing, Bugsy? What you doing?
You ready for bed? You ready for bed? Yes, you are. Even though it's not my bedtime and you know it. It's not Dad's bedtime, but it's your bedtime. So sorry. Tater came in. He's ready for his melatonin. He gets melatonin at night to help him sleep, and I'll probably have to lay down with him in bed for a little bit, help him pass out. He's such a cute puppy. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. So, but I think that's about it for the stream. Be on the lookout tomorrow for the Funko Pop Shin Godzilla unboxing. You know, it'll be a little thing, just a little bit of fun, and then, like I said, probably expect the short for the week to be the Funko Pop Shin review, short review. I think is what I called that series. Short review, quick reviews. I can't remember. I got to get back on that. But it'll be fun. It'll be fun, I think. And then be on the lookout for the X Plus Ava Unit 1 Awakening review. Tomorrow we'll also be doing the Tokyo SOS live stream. Pumped for that. Can't wait to see what is next. Can't wait to talk about Tokyo SOS. One of my favorite films. Definitely going to be a blast. And yeah, that's about it, everyone. Thank y'all for watching. Sharktopus, thank you for joining. Goji Slayer, thank you for joining. And Monster X Nerd, thank you for joining as well. And to my wonderful partner, thank you for watching, honey. I will see everyone tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Have a good night. Happy Halloween Eve for the next, 29 days basically now. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye, everyone.